All right, guys. We are live here at the from the Davis Ranch here. Um, just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about this weekend, kind of go over some stuff for the weekend. Got my hoodie on here. It's kind of thin, I'll be honest with you. The Back to the Future. Anyway, all right. Okay, so we are back to work, man. I am looking forward to the shows this weekend, although I got some work to do, but I'll talk about that here with you guys in just a moment. Um, anyway, we are back this Sunday in Coral Springs. It's looking like it's going to be a pretty good show. I'm going to share with you a little bit of the layout, which I don't normally do, but with this, I have a lot of pretty cool computer setup that the venue provided me, and so I can show off the space a little bit. This space is so normally we our first show of the year is usually West Palm down there at the Polish American Club down there in Lake Worth. But because we were just there in November, I felt like that we really couldn't do that. Well, this time we have a place that is double the size of that. Okay, it's double the size, and there are a bunch of people that are still on vacation, vendor wise and stuff like that. But there is still over 100 tables that we're filling up this Sunday in Coral Springs. Okay, Coral Springs. It's at the Fort Lauderdale Coral Springs Marriott there. I know someone talked to me about the fire. I guess there was a fire at a building that's near the hotel. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about that too. But basically, that is this weekend in Coral Springs. This Sunday, January 4th. The plan is that we're going to be here January 4th, and then we'll be back at this same location in July. I'd like it to be a 2-day show, but I need to. Right now, it's a 1-day show. But currently, I'm working on. I want to get some more guests. I'd want to do it a little bit different. But this is a beautiful venue that I'm going to actually show you guys here in just a moment. Let me go ahead and hide my message here. All right, and so let me talk about that. Let's go ahead and add this to the stage. I think. Come on. All right. I don't know what's going on here. Why is it not sharing? Oh, there it goes. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to show you guys, the hotel here. Okay. So the building that was on the news was actually this building over here. You can see. I'm going to go ahead and just collapse this. You'll see that it's really nice place here inside. I think somebody's showing the rooms, pool, hotel. Okay, we don't really need to know about that. But basically, where it says Heron Bay Club temporary closed, this is an empty clubhouse that wasn't being used anymore. So that this is where the fire was, not the hotel over here. You'll see there's plenty of parking here at the hotel, which I really like. All of this is free for guests to come. If you're a vendor, you'll be loading in back here. You can load in back here. There's also a door over here. I would have sent all the vendors a link to vendor setup. So if you don't have that, please contact me and I'll get that to you. So there's plenty of parking for everybody. The actual show is in this building here where you see the air conditioning's on the top. The main hotel area is in here. Okay. I think if we just go ahead and drop our guy here, you'll see that looks like parking's full here. But our show is in this building here. Okay. Again, that's Sunday, 9 o'clock. And then we'll have some vendor load in before that. And then on Saturday too, as far as vendors. And so you got the hotel here. This is where we're at. I'm going to show you a little bit of, let me work on, let's get back to, let me go ahead and remove that. And then I'm going to go ahead and share something else for you guys. Give me a second here to generate this little 3D thing. Sorry guys, just give me a moment here while it's creating, because what it's going to allow us to do is actually see the room with some tables in it. The tables that you're going to see have white. This is all like a virtual room. So just, let's see, let me go back and I just got to find the tabs. Sorry, I got a bunch of tabs open. There we go. Okay, so this service that they gave me allows me to actually, oh, dang it, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so it does take up some memory though. I think we're looking at it. I'm just giving you guys an idea of the room, what it looks like. There it is, 12,000 square feet. So we're taking up the whole ballroom again. The tables are not, they won't have white here, but this does give you an idea of where I think the front is right here. So it is nice. It's carpeted and everything. So when you come in, it should be pretty nice. And if you're a vendor, and you have a corner table, you can bring a table on the side. So this is just what it looks like blank with my table layout. Okay. Just so you guys are aware. Let me go ahead and go back and I'll remove that and then I can close this out. All right. And then, so again, that's this weekend. All right. Now, one thing I want to mention is that I don't normally set up myself. But there, like I said, there's some vendors that are on vacation. So I got a little bit of space left. And so I'm going to fill in that space myself. So we're going to have our Hot Wheels track set up. So we'll have free Hot Wheels for kids under 12. And then we'll also have some Pokemon cards. There's going to be Pokemon vendors. There's going to be Hot Wheels for sale. There'll be old Hot Wheels for sale. There'll be new stuff. And there'll be everything, so if you guys are looking for something specific though, oh, here I am. I didn't go over to the comments. Let me do that. But yeah, we're going to be, let me go ahead and go through some comments here. Hey, Jay is going to be there. He's been pretty busy this month, but looking forward to seeing him again. And Barbie Hobby, Lori is going to be at the show. She sets up this really, really nice booth area where she's got, Barbie clothing. We don't get that. Okay. We do have Barbies. The normal Barbie lady, well, I'm going to say Margaret, has the Hot Wheels and the Barbie. She's not going to be at this show. She's not going to, she'll be in Fort Myers, but she's not at this show. Lori will be there. She'll have clothing, doll clothing and actual dolls and a bunch of stuff. So check her booth out there. And then Jonathan, hey man, how you doing? Hope you're doing good. We'll see Jonathan here soon at a show. And then we'll have our buddy Humpty, he might be bringing some of that 3D printed stuff, but he also has some other stuff now. So I haven't seen him in a little while, but he will be down there. And then our friend Sean will be running. He'll be running the Hot Wheels track over on the one side of the thing, so kids can come and play on the track. And of course, they'll have Hot Wheels. Stephen, yes, the tablecloths should be there already on the tables. They won't be white; they'll be black. Um, and then our buddies at the Shellhead, you got your video coming up here soon at 8 o'clock. Thanks for stopping in, and hopefully we'll see you soon here at another show. And then we got let's see, our Jarek will be in Fort Myers with his comics. And yes, Robert, all the tables are 6 foot at this particular venue. So yeah, that's and okay. PSA will not be at the show. As far as taking grades, we need to work on that. I need to work on that. Add that to the list. And but what we need, sorry, I'm going to go ahead and I need to work on that. We will have CGC submissions with Percy there, so you can do that. And let's see, and then Jarek is talking about Pokemon comics of Pokemon. Yep. And then awesome Fort Myers show. Awesome, great, Jake. I'm not looking at the list, but I assume you signed up. Okay, I do have a few tables for Fort Myers left. And we are going to get, I think we're going to have some news there and some other stuff. So that should be pretty cool. And then we also just had the 501st comment. Maybe they'll come. I'll look into that. And then just going over to Fort Myers for a moment. You did see the announcement of Keith Coogan at the coming up. He was supposed to be at the Fort Myers January show last year, and this past January, and just the flights didn't line up. And you remember last year at that time there was the fire out west, out by his house and stuff. He lives in Florida here now, so you might see him a little bit more often. These are some picks I decided, versus just, putting his picture on here and, people kind of looking at the little logos and stuff. I just thought I'd share some fun stuff because he is such a great guest and a fun guest to have. And so, hopefully you guys come down. He's got a gazillion stories, Hollywood stories, and just a great guest to have at the show. So looking forward to that. Our friend Brutus also will be at the show this weekend in Coral Springs. I believe he's going to come back to Fort Myers as well. And some of you guys might say, well, he's been there or whatever, but these guys live local, so I'm taking advantage of that. And let me just why am I so small? Okay. And they contact me about being at the show, and so hey, why not? That's my attitude. I got some space for them, as long as I have space for people, and then I am working on a bunch of guests for this year. We went to, when I was in Dallas this last, and I'm going to be making more trips, guys, and I'm going to do some videos about them and stuff. And I know I keep saying that, but I am really going to do that. I went to Dallas Fan Expo this last year, and I met a lady there, and she's got a bunch of guests there that she's connected to, that I'm gonna book through her. And then I've got other people that are contacting me now about guests. And so it's really it really comes down to cost and what are they looking for and all of that, because where our shows are not built around guests, and really we haven't. I just don't. I think a lot of there's a lot of other things that I need to do and that I'm going to do. Not going to share everything right now, but there's a lot of other things that I'm working on as far as promotion and stuff like that. And I just don't. I think a lot of other shows are just guest focused, and I think we have a path of I think we just have our own niche of the way that we're doing things. So yeah, I believe he is. I will confirm that this weekend, Philip. But I'm told by his wife that he's planning on wanting to come to that show too. So we have space there. So right now we'll have 2 guests in Fort Myers, and we'll just have Brutus this weekend. And then just because I wasn't sure I could get more guests for this weekend with the date, traveling on the 1st and all of that. So, but anyway, we do have somebody, he's local somewhat. And so that worked out. Cause there's like all kinds of flight cancellations. I was just seeing on the news here. All right. Okay, so again, I'll be setting up myself. So if you guys are looking for something specific, maybe that you don't, haven't seen in a while or something like that. I'm going to spend the next couple days figuring out what I'm going to bring. I do have some totes from Tampa that but yeah, I'm going to be setting up a space, and then we have some new vendors at the show, and we have some regulars. So I'm really looking forward to this weekend, getting back to work after literally I think it's like a month and a half plus that we haven't done a show, that we've been just kind of working to set up the next shows. Now again, I just want to talk a little bit about the schedule. And so again, January, this weekend is our first show. And then we have Fort Myers on the 18th. That's another Sunday. Now, one thing I will mention about the Fort Myers show is we are not going to be out we're going to be in a different room. I'm pretty 99% sure we're going to be in the room where we were in September 24. In the first show that we had. I think it's a little bit more, I just like, there's less doors, and there's it's more of a cooler, intimate spot. And so we're going to be in that room, versus where out there where we have the big foyer and all that. We're going to be where we were. And so originally, it's the same size, but it's just a different door. Okay. So it's going to be down the hall. So we're going to be in that room down the hall, and that's going to be Fort Myers. And let's see, that is in about 2.5 weeks, guys. So you'll see a bunch of posts, for that. I am making some posts, but I'm mostly focused on the show that we're working on. But you will see some posts on Fort Myers here real soon. So let me go ahead and go back to the schedule. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is our February shows. Avanti is coming up in February 1st. And those tables are filling up fast. So if you, especially the walls, let me check on my side. I'm just looking at the map real quick. Yeah, I think I'm down to a couple corners, and then like 2 or 3 walls. But I got I got about six registrations today, for the Orlando show. So all these Orlando shows sell out, guys. And I am looking into some other venues now in Orlando to fill some of these other dates, because sometimes like Avanti isn't available, or I have other people that are contacting me. Space Coast is also, all the walls are sold out. So I've got a couple corners left, and I have some aisles left for Space Coast. Oh, now I'm also going to have let me go ahead and let me go ahead and say that I'm going to be posting this tomorrow. I'm a little bit late on that, I guess. I took a break like everybody else a little bit over the holidays. And so let's see. Let me go real quick I'll come back to Jarek here. I'll answer your question there about Sarasota here in a minute. So anyway, so Jeff Weissman is going to be, I'm going to post that tomorrow, but I'm telling you guys here, Jeffrey Weissman will be at the Space Coast Collector Fest on the 22nd. He is the replacement George in Back to the Future 2. And then so we'll have him back at Space Coast. I think he has some other event going on, and he said he could come, so we're gonna do that. I'm also working on some of the guests I'm working on are other Back to the Future guests. Let's see, actors and stuff. No, obviously not Michael J. Fox and all that, but some people, you know, that were in the movie and stuff like that. So in the movie, so that was pretty cool. Some other people that I met in Dallas, very very cool people. All right, and let's go down here and say, okay, Sarasota, Jarek. Yeah, I'm gonna have the registration open. I'm probably gonna open up Tampa first. Okay, and here is the reason why the Sarasota isn't going live right away. It will go soon, but the location down there in Sarasota is, you know, I've been talking to them for a couple of months, 2 or 3 months, and my main issue there is that they have this huge security deposit. It's like $2,000 now, where I think it was like $1,000, and then you know, and so they raised their prices on the building quite a bit, and so with us being off for a couple months, and I've had some other major expenses happen, and then this building, you know, Coral Springs here, this we normally rent the West Palm space, and it's really not, it's, you know, it's, if you register a table, you know, the tables are pretty inexpensive, and then these, you know, the Coral Springs is almost double the price basically on the tables, even though I've got more space, and that's because the building is more than double what I pay for the West Palm thing. It's just, it's a nice building, but it is, you know, you go to a hotel, it's it gets expensive. So what I'm saying is, it's been a long Christmas, I guess you could say. I'm looking forward to the new year. So Tampa will probably go up first because I have contracts on that, and then I'll circle back to Sarasota. I need to finalize that stuff. I'm covering everything here, more immediate right this minute. So, hey, Pam, I got to hit you up on those tables at Avanti. She's going to be out at Avanti. We only see Pam now in Orlando. We might see her in Lakeland this year. Who knows? Or wait a second. You know, she's going to poke me on this. She did come to the North Florida show, though that was cool. All right. And Andy, hey, well, hopefully we'll see you in Orlando coming up. That's the next one where we'll see Andy there, and the chocolate, the cool chocolate stuff that he does. All right. Okay, guys. Well, let's see. Again, I think I was I don't have my notes here. I just kind of put this together. But I just wanted to tell everybody, you know, Happy New Year. And I'm looking forward again getting back to the shows this weekend, and this Sunday, and then you're going to see a bunch of different things happening. We're just, as we get moving, you know, but if you have any questions, let me know. You know, feel free to reach out on our page, or, you know, on our YouTube page. Please, you know, subscribe, and then you'll get the videos as we post them. And I am going to be posting more videos. That is like a main thing. I'm going to get some more people involved and all that.
Did you answer the questions about Brutus and the gas?
I did that already.
Okay, just checking.
Okay. All right, Jay. Okay, now it's really weird that, like, I've had 3 people ask me this about the Saturday night setup. All of that information is in the link that I sent you out. If you signed up, all the information is there. Okay, we are setting up on Saturday night, but I'm not going to put it here in this video. So times and everything like that. So please go back to the text that you were sent or the information you were sent, and all that will be there. And let's see. I got some. Wish you okay. Yeah. Let's. I think it'll be great. And yeah, we'll see you in 26 there, Jarek, and here soon. And then awesome. Thank you. Okay, great. Thank you for the updates. Always awesome show. We're gonna try to make it as good as possible and even better this year. I'm really just to talk a little bit about, for me, I want to up the marketing and everything this year. I mean, I've spent the last few years, this year I got carpets and I got signage and all that, and we're gonna do more of that. We're gonna have our own pipe and drape. You'll see some more. Excuse me, I don't have it yet, but you're gonna see some more pipe and drape use a little bit. With our shows and some even more signage. But you're also going to see more advertising, more marketing in other places that I'm exploring. And so some of them will work, some of them will not. Actually, today I was talking to some TV station down there in Fort Myers. Whether that'll happen this time around, I'm not sure, but maybe next time. Because they haven't given me a proposal or anything like that yet. But I do have some other ideas of some things and all that. So it's just a matter of getting out there and and all of that. So anyway, all right, guys. Well, hey, I will leave you for now. And again, we'll see you. Hopefully, we'll see you on Sunday. And thanks, Jose, for coming on. And Jose is like a regular now. He's already signed up for the first 4 shows, which I appreciate, and all that. So we'll see you guys soon and this Sunday. And come on out. Doors open at 9. Have a great weekend or great New Year's and New Year's Eve, New Year's. Stay safe out there. All right, bye now.